Hello and welcome to the first episode of ACO TV. Hello and welcome to the second episode of ACO TV.
Good morning and welcome to ACO TV. My name's Dan Thomas.
My name's Daniel Little, National Sales Manager here at ACO.
I'm Adam Birch, the Regional Specification Manager for the Midlands North.
My name's Steve Bully.
I'm Lee Duffy.
I'm Matt Powell. My name's Ryan, I'm Sustainability Lead here at ACO.
Okay, so these are the cameras we tend to use. These are NX200s. I have one here, and if we switch over to camera 4, Alex has got one over there.
Willowdean Rehabilitation Centre was established in 1988 and it provided services for 8 male students from across the UK. This building will enable us to work with women who have lost their children, who have gone into the care system, will enable us to provide upstream interventions working with local authorities to enable children to have better starts in life. And to my left is Neil Hooper, the Managing Director of ACO. ACO, through their corporate social responsibility, have helped fund this building, and Neil will be giving a presentation later on this morning. But I'm delighted, Neil, to welcome you here this morning. I'm now going to hand over to you for the formal opening of this building.
Thank you, Matt. It's an absolute honour on behalf of ACO to open Willowdean's Family Assessment Centre this morning.
So many will probably be looking at this, the title of the show, and kind of relating it back to a famous Scottish TV programme that's kind of airs every Hogmanay as well. And we just thought that was a good kind of way to kind of connect, obviously, with the Scottish people.
If you are an electrician or an installer that hasn't completed Expert Installer and wants to be involved in the community, please sign up via the website www.aco.co.uk.
Hi, thanks for inviting us to. I'm Alistair McIntosh. Back in the late 90s, the Labour government came in. They were committed to improving the quality of social housing management, and we set up the Housing Quality Network at that stage to support that initiative and to drive improvement across housing associations and local authorities.
We'll have a bit of a chat with Dave Watts from Sparky Ninja.
I've got my book in front of me like normal. Okay, let me just read it specifically. So, fire detection and fire alarm systems shall comply with relevant parts of the 5839 series.
Yeah.
So, from my interpretation, it's not really a maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Yeah, you will do it. Yeah.
You shall.
Yeah. Good. Interesting take on it.
Today we're delighted to be joined by Curtis from the Movement Centre. ACO have worked with the Movement Centre for many years during our various CSR initiatives. So Curtis, tell me about the charity and what you do.
Yeah, so the Movement Centre, what we do is provide a specialist therapy called targeted training, and the therapy is for children with cerebral palsy, Down syndrome or global developmental delay, and it's a 12-month programme where the children are issued with a standing frame and a physiotherapy programme, and over that 12 months we keep assessing that child to see how much progression they've made, and we can make any changes to the standing frame and the physiotherapy programme. I'll give you one case study about a little girl called Lyra. So she came to us with hardly any movement at all. She was told by a medical team at home that she would never walk or talk, and by the end of her programme she was actually running around the Movement Centre.
So it's only, from what I can see, a couple of years ago there's some changes, some standards up north of the border in Scotland.
Indeed there was, Michael. We had a change to the Housing Act for Scotland.
Yeah.
It was an amendment called the Tolerable Standard. So what that really was, essentially it was a change in legislation, and it really required every single property in Scotland to be up to a certain level in terms of fire and carbon monoxide detection. So
We've just completed, we're part of the team from ACO that's just completed the EIC Race Around Europe Virtual Challenge. So it was 1,600 miles. Quite a long distance, virtually around Europe. We were a team, as well as Matt and Neil. The team represented ACO. There were 8 teams in total, and yeah, we've just recently completed it, so it's glad that we're sitting down and resting our legs.
So we're here talking today about the Smart Home, Healthy Home project with Leeds City Council and Yorkshire Housing. It's a project that is based on installing environmental sensors into around 200 homes in West Yorkshire, looking at the temperature, humidity and carbon dioxide. And we're also looking at connecting in the SmartLink gateway as well.
It's time to bring in a special guest all the way from North Dorset. We've got Paul Waterman on the line via the miracles of modern technology.
Today I'm over in Watford. I'm meeting with Kirsty at Signature Estates, and we're going to be talking about property technology with Etan Bazil, founder of Help Me Fix.
Today I'm over in Hull, where we're delivering some bespoke training to KWL, the main contractor of Hull City Council.
Simon Flint, our Chief Information and Digital Officer, with us today, and he's going to do a little unboxing exercise.
Don't they look wonderful? We've got the EI1020 here and the EI1025. The key difference between the two is the 1020 has a temperature and humidity sensor, whereas the 1025 also has a carbon dioxide sensor. So yeah, the packaging is lovely, really clean. So we've got the instruction manual, and then if we just open up here, we've got the sensor held in nice and securely. Let's just open it up. So the sensor is actually off until the backing plate is engaged.
We've got to find out a lot about the new technology that's being offered, such as the HomeLink, the gateway services, which are all actually very interesting, and moving forward will be very good for landlords and residents in our field.
So we're at ACO today, and we are having an ab sale for the Movement Centre. So staff have been coming off the roof all day in support of a local charity that supports children with movement disabilities.
So Little Stars was established to be able to provide baby essentials to those who needed them most across all of Shropshire, and part of that was providing equipment as well as clothing and the essentials as nappies and wipes, and then we're also really proud to provide the hospital backpack for mum as well.
I have the pleasure of being joined by Alexis Grievener, Transformation Lead. You've been involved with HomeLink and ACO for some time now. Tell us about the journey that you've been on with HomeLink specifically.
Well, we've been on a journey for many years now. It started when Stirling Council were interested in a challenge to look at how can we understand our assets, our property assets a bit better? How can we understand where we need to put some effort into repairs and maintenance of some of our properties? And we were looking to be able to engage with our buildings, have an understanding of what's happening within our buildings.
So immediately you can see the design changes. So we updated the mouldings to provide a more sleek, more modern look to the alarms themselves, as well as an updated power supply which brings with it a reduction in the power consumption and a decrease in, as a result, the running costs of the alarm over the 10-year life.
You too. This month, for all sorts of reasons, is an awards month for ACO, isn't it? It's been a pretty full-on few weeks. You are the reigning Shropshire Company of the Year. In a couple of weeks' time you will be trying to defend your title as Company of the Year, but you also held your own community awards, which I was honoured to be able to host at the ICC in Birmingham.
And we were more honoured that you hosted it, Carl, of course.
What a fantastic event that was.
We basically asked all of our colleagues, what future do you want? So we've got a clear idea where we're going, our vision, our strategy over the next 5 to 10 years. But essentially, what do you want? You know, we're all equal stakeholders, so they came up with a whole host of ideas over the whole day. They were broken up into 10 groups. And the swimming pool on the roof will still never happen, but a lot of the ideas that they came up with were absolutely superb about things that we wouldn't have thought necessarily of doing. And one of them, a very strong one, was the community awards. We've got some of our community team here today. We've got Jane, Holly, Dan, Dave, Becky and Imogen, and they are organising all of us. We all have 4 days here to go out into the community and do something to do good in addition to our holidays. So the idea of actually holding a community awards was just an absolute given, but nobody had ever thought about it until this group did. So to give recognition for the people who are out there, the inspiring people within the communities who are doing great things, and to give them recognition, and therefore, why don't we hold an evening? Why don't we have a celebration?
And we've introduced a new navigation mechanism. So it's a little dial at the top that shows you all the different rooms in your house, and you can tap each room to go to the room-specific details.
joined today by my colleague and friend, Oliver Barlow.
You are indeed, you are indeed.
Quite new in the job, Ollie, aren't you? So tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I joined ACO in December last year and just been getting to know the products, the clients and the people. And yeah, so today we're going across now to the Isle of Wight to see Isle of Wight College and their students and to train up some of their second and third years on the Expert Installer scheme. So yeah, really looking forward to that today.
So flying through space, hitting a wall. And what we're trying to do here in the video is kind of really show the amount of data that you can get from it and what it can really accomplish. So we've got things like temperature, humidity, carbon dioxide.
We have been installing eco alarms in our private and our affordable homes for just over 3 years now, and we've actually just placed an order to fit them in our upcoming affordable housing development for 100 homes.
Today we are delivering our City and Guilds Assured programme. It's the next iteration of our training on the success of our Expert Installer. We wanted to take that to the next level. So this entire day's course is City and Guild Assured and hopefully providing a lot more competence in both the electrical and the fire industry. So throughout the day it's a mixture of practical sessions as well as theory sessions. So we cover standards and regulations relating to both fire, electrical and carbon monoxide, but then we move on to some of the technologies within our products and in general within the industry and the way that the technology is pushing the industry further forward with new technologies, and we can hopefully give plenty of opportunity for questions and answers throughout that as well.
I've been here 5 months.
5 months. 80?
And I've been here just over 10 years.
Oh no, well, so age all part of the furniture. And then Stu, obviously a bit more of a newbie. Where have we got you from, Stu?
I was building timber frames.
Okay. So where'd you hear about the job? It's always interesting to hear where people
social
came
media,
from.
I hear the job.
Social media it's good to know someone getting their jobs from there.
Education on fire safety means everything to us here at ACO. We're at Milton Keynes College where we're aiming to do just that with the next generation of expert installers.
It's really exciting for ACO to be with us, training our learners, because they are the next generation of installers coming into the industry and will ensure that they're kind of the best electricians that they can be.
So 300 branches, as training and development, is that your responsibility to kind of look after all those branches in terms of training?
It is, and members are invited to come along and engage in the training at whatever level they want to do, whether it's just internal sales guys, management development programs, or in fact a one-to-one coaching with principals. That's available to them.
Good morning from a very grey and dull Glasgow. This morning we are outside Glasgow Cardonal College. As many are aware, we work closely with colleges up and down the country, and today we'll be going speaking to the staff and discussing the level of support that ACO offer.
So today we are joined by Tony from Glasgow Clay College. Tony, what are we trying to hear this class?
So this is one of our working booths that we have for our students to come in, and what it is, it's just a mock assessment of a small domestic commercial installation. And the students come through, the boys and girls come through, they'll have to wire some light circuits, some power circuits, and obviously fire detection, which is huge at this moment in time.
Third time lucky.
Oh, just taking it over, but we'll sort you out, don't you worry. Right. A bit of each. If it don't work, it don't work. You all having it? All over this. You've got a couple of days, haven't you?
Hello? Now you're having a job now.
It's going to fall a bit.
Oh, for God's sake, isn't it?
Oliver Barlow takes us along to a resident engagement day with Guildford Council, where he speaks with residents and Annie Wrighton from Guildford and Waverley Council.
Hi, my name's Ollie. I'm one of the regional specification managers here at ACO HomeLink. We're here today in Guildford, outside 2 of Guildford Borough Council's blocks of flats. And basically we're doing a resident engagement day with the mobile unit, just talking to residents about not only fire safety and how, the importance of testing their alarms regularly, but also how they can utilise the HomeLink resident app to monitor their own well-being within their flats. So that's utilising the data out of their newly installed HomeLink environmental sensors and the SmartLink gateway as well.
Sensors, the brand new flagship product, the EI3030, a combined multi-sensor with 3 sensors in it. That's heat, optical and carbon monoxide. Then we've got the 3028, which is a heat, carbon monoxide alarm, and then finally the fire multi-sensor, which is a combined heat and optical.
And I'm delighted to be joined by Kate Christie, who is a manager of the Lintel Trust, and we're here today in the SPA and Lintel Trust office in Livingston. So lovely to see you today, Kate. Do you want to give us a wee oversight or a wee overview into the Lintel Trust?
Yeah. So Lintel Trust is Scotland's housing association charity, and we were set up in 1978 and had a main function of redistributing funding. So it was when housing associations were quite new and there was lots of funding being pushed towards them, which was a lovely place to be in. We've obviously had to make some major changes, and Lintel Trust now is very, very slightly like Lintel Trust then. Our purpose remains the same, is we support housing communities and we try and enable communities to be able to make choices for themselves.
I'm here today with Adam from KWL. So KWL are basically the main contractor for Hull City Council. So Adam, where are we today?
Well, we're in a 1-bedroom first floor flat, low rise, and we're here to do a full LV2 fire alarm upgrade on the property.
Okay, and what kind of system have we got here at the minute?
Well, it's like an LV3, it's got one detector installed, which is it's not covering any fire exit whatsoever.
So it's not really meeting any standards as it stands at the minute now. Okay then gents, looking at the survey, what we're going to be installing in this property?
So entering the property, the hallway, we usually install an optical alarm. Moving into the lounge. Looking at this, 300mm off the light, kind of sensor of the room. This will be a multi-sensor with RF mod. Where the existing alarm is, this will be upgraded to a new optical smoke with RF mod to cover this area.
Gateway device. This is going to wirelessly talk to the heads and receive information on faults and any other issues that might be going on. It also gives us information about the smoke heads, expiry date and condition and state they're in, depending on what's been happening in the property. Plugging in the RF module that fits into all the 3000 series, and we're going to be clicking that into the ceiling and setting that up later when I've installed the rest.
When looking for components that form part of a fire alarm system, we look for quality and longevity. We decided to go with the recommendations of our consultant and choose ACO due to these reasons.
We started planning of ModeView project back in March 2023 and arranged a meeting with Clonmel Housing and AH Design to go through the client's needs and the design of the project. The ACO fire alarm products offers full protection with the ability to detect both fire and carbon monoxide with the simplicity of a whole property from one range. The ACO 3000 series gives our client the best for detecting slow and smouldering fires and heat build-up from large flames. The ACO 3000 series smoke and heat detector has an easy fit base, making it quick and simple installation for our electrical engineers.